We ran out of time in the last video to do the questions for the video. So today we're going to be doing property data questions. Question 29. The definitions for supply, demand, and revenue used by STR and others in the lodging industry are taken from what source? A. Lodging Industry Accounts Fundamental Guide. B. Uniform Systems of Accounts for the Lodging Industry. C. Hotel Bookkeeping for Dummies. D. Modern Hotel Industry Accounting. B is the correct answer. Uniform Systems of Accounts for the lodging industry. All right, for question 30, which statement is true regarding raw data that is submitted to STR? A. A small amount comes from the form of raw data files. B. Most data is entered online. C. There are limited error check programs. D. The majority of data is extracted from hotel company systems. I'll give you a second to answer this. The correct answer is D. Question number 31. Which is true regarding the type of performance data, supply, demand, and revenue that STR receives? A. Daily only, which is false. B. Daily and monthly only. C. Daily, weekly, and monthly. And D. Daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. The correct answer is monthly and daily. Number 32, you receive your monthly STAR report and find that it includes weekday and weekend performance. What days are included in weekday in most parts of the world? The correct answer is Sunday through Thursday, A. Now that we finished property data, we are going to be talking about competitive set data. KPIs for the competitive set. Average KPI and the comp set are derived based upon the aggregated raw data for each separate hotel that is a member of the comp set. Aggregated raw supply, demand, and room revenue for each member, then apply the KPI formulas. Companies can choose whether to include or exclude the data for the subject hotel and the numbers for the comp set. How do you calculate comp set average occupancy, ADR, and RevPAR for the comp set? Well, the first step is to aggregate raw values for each member of the comp set, which would be by taking the sum of all of the supply, the sum of all of the demand, and the sum of all of the room revenue, and put in column 8. Step 2. Apply KPI formulas to the aggregated comp set data. So you just do, for occupancy, you'll take the rooms sold divided by the rooms available. So rooms sold, which is demand, divided by the rooms available, which is supply. So you'll take 2,222 divided by 3,100, and that will give you the occupancy, and so on, so forth. Now, for the bottom, number 8, you need to take the total sum of all of the supply, all of the demand, and all of the room revenue, and divide it by how many hotels there are. And index numbers compare performance of the subject hotel to the comp set. Less than 100 means subject higher. Greater than 100 means comp set higher. Index numbers are generated for all time periods and are relied upon heavily, including bonuses. Other terms: MPI, Market Penetration Index, Occupancy Index, ARI, Average Rate Index, ADR Index, or RGI, Revenue Generating Index, RevPAR Index. Practicing with indexes. Here, occupancy and ADRs for the subject property and the comp set for 4 months. Practice calculating occupancy and ADR index. So for the occupancy index, we need to take the subject value. And since this is the occupancy index, we're taking the subject occupancy, and we're dividing by the comp set occupancy. So we're taking 68.9 divided by 67.8. and multiplying it by 100. This will give us 116%. which means that our hotel is doing better than the comp set. And now for the ADR, we need to take subject ADR divided by comp set ADR times 100. So 140.68 divided by 119.99 times 100, and this gives us 117. So again, we are doing better in both categories, ADR and occupancy. As you can see, in scenario 1, property 1, we outperformed RevPAR, outperformed occupancy and ADR, but occupancy is stronger. Great news. Outperformed in ADR by 10, premium. Underperformed in occupancy, but just by 5, outperformed in RevPAR, effective, etc. As you can see, when the numbers are negative, index percent change numbers. Index percent changes are the final piece of the puzzle. The formula for index percent changes is the same. Index percent change equals index this year minus index last year divided by index last year times 100. Positive numbers are good, negative numbers are not. Ranking data. Ranking data is displayed in the format x of y, where x is the subject's position and y is the number of participating properties in the comp set. 2 of 6 would mean the subject hotel had the second best value in the comp set of 6 members. Comp set terms and hints. Sufficiency. There must be at least 4 hotels in the comp set that participate, submit data for a month to display numbers for a month in the STAR report. Non-reporting hotels in the comp set. If a hotel in a comp set does not report, they do not factor into the comp set performance. The comp set average is solely based upon the reporting hotels. Full availability. Supply number is always the number of rooms in the properties times the days in the month. Weekly STAR report include a month-to-date number based upon daily data, which is preliminary indication, but wait until the monthly STAR report to see the final numbers. Weekly numbers can be different for 3 reasons. No daily at all, adjusted day after weekly, or daily is not equal to monthly. Question number 37. Which one of the following statements is accurate regarding sufficiency as is related to competitive set data? A. If you have 6 hotels in your comp set and one does not report for the month, you will not see numbers for that month on the STAR report. False. If a comp set number for just a single month is not sufficient, that number will still be displayed on the STAR report. An individual's hotel determines the sufficiency number that they want to use to determine when comp set data appears in the STAR report. The sufficiency rules are in place to protect the confidentiality of data. B is the correct answer. If a competitive set number for a single month is not sufficient, that number will still, no, false, no. The sufficiency rules are in place to protect the confidentiality of data. That is the only answer that makes sense. Number 38. Key performance indicators, KPI to comp set, for example, the average occupancy, are always based on aggregated raw data for each number of the competitive set, always based on straight average metrics, for example, occupancies of each number of the comp set. The comp set methodology differs inside and outside of North America. The comp set methodology differs by hotel company. The correct answer would be C. The comp set methodology differs inside and outside of North America. When you receive your STAR report, your ADR for the month was 100 and the competitive set ADR was $90. B. Your ADR was $10 higher than the average of all the members in the comp set is the correct answer. 40. What happens when there is a non-reporting hotel in a comp set? A. Model data is used for non-reporting hotel. B. Market data is used for non-reporting hotel. Correct answer is D. The comp set average is calculated based upon the reporting hotels. Using the spreadsheet below to answer the following two questions regarding the methodology used to calculate KPIs for a comp set. The competitive set occupancy E6 for July is, so we need to take and find the occupancy for each category, for each property. For property 111, very creative name for a hotel, if I might say, you take the rooms sold divided by rooms available. So rooms sold is demand divided by supply. And we'll do this for each property. 3,048 divided by 4,650. That gets us 72% occupancy for the first category. And I'll go ahead and pause the video for a moment, and you can fill out the rest, and when it unpauses, it will be filled out. So now we're going to add them all up and divide by 4. So we get 72 plus 68 plus 73 plus 77, getting a total of 290. We take 290 and divide it by 4. This is 72.5. The closest answer is 72.6, which means that I didn't include the decimals, but this is the correct answer, 70.6. We're going to skip number 42 because it's asking pretty much the same thing. You go down the properties and find the RevPAR for each. Remember, RevPAR is revenue divided by supply. And then you add all 4 properties together, all of their RevPARs together, and then divide by 4, and that's how you get answer for number 42. When you receive your STAR report, your ADR index was 110 and your occupancy index was 90. What do you know? That your RevPAR index will be in the neighborhood of 105 is the correct answer. When you receive your STAR report, you see that the RevPAR index was 90 this year compared to 80 last year. What do you know for sure? Well, you know is that your hotel will have a positive RevPAR index percent change. C is the correct answer. Number 45. When you receive your STAR report, you see that your ADR rank for the current month is 3 out of 7. You know. The ADR for your hotel is higher than the comp set ADR. False. Your hotel was the 3rd highest among the ADR among the members in comp set. This is the correct answer. Use the spreadsheet below to answer the following 2 questions regarding the methodology used to calculate index. So to get the occupancy index, we are going to take the subject occupancy divided by the comp set occupancy. So we take 98.2 divided by 82.4 and apply it by 100. And that'll get us 119, which would be 119.2, which is the answer choice D. Now we need to do the same for the RevPAR index, which we will do by taking the RevPAR of the subject, the RevPAR of the comp set, divided and multiplied by 100. So we do 103.90 divided by 88.51 times 100, and that gets us 117.4, which is your choice D. Or sorry, E. C, not D. We're going to take the ADR percent change for the November is an ADR percent change. So we need to look at 2 numbers here. This year's ADR and last ADR. We need to take this year's ADR and subtract last year's ADR from it. So 104.3 minus 102.6 and divide that by 102.6 and multiply that by 100. That'll get us a 1.6 difference. And we round up, so it'll give a 1.7% difference. So B is the correct answer. And for RevPAR index percent change, you will do the same thing as we just did. You will take the RevPAR of this year minus the RevPAR of last year divided by the RevPAR of last year times 100, and that will give you your RevPAR index percent change. That sums up today's video. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. My name is Insightful. I talk about inns, I talk about sites, and I give insight about them. Catch you next time.